Hi, Nick.
Yes.
Great, nice meeting you. Come on in and have a seat. How's your day? How's it going today?
It's going okay.
It's going okay?
Long drive here.
I know. So, were you able to figure everything out in the front and fill out the paperwork? And I know it can be so extensive sometimes.
Yeah, it was a lot, but it's okay.
Okay, great. And you did understand everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm really glad you were able to make it here today. I know we weren't really able to talk much about what the exact issues is that you kind of wanted to talk about today, but I do remember it being about your daughter. And so if you want, we can start there, or you can...
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll just kind of give you a little background. I do have a 6-year-old daughter, and me and her mom were married for 5 years, and 3 years ago we got a divorce. So she's just really been trying to make my life miserable since then, I feel like. But basically, at this point, she's got a lawyer. She's trying to get full custody, which in our divorce agreement, it was 50-50 custody, and it wasn't really a problem. But it's I've just had all kinds of I can't sleep. I'm having anxiety. It's a lot of worry going on, and I don't have the money right now to get an attorney. So it's like I feel really powerless over what she's doing. So it's and I didn't really know what else to do. Honestly, somebody had recommended for me to come in here and talk to you. So they said you were excellent at what you do, and that you might be able to help me. So I thought, well, I might as well. I have the insurance, so I might as well use it. So.
Wow, I'm really sorry to hear about everything you're going through. It breaks my heart, especially for your little girl, because I know I can hear it in your voice, and that this is really taking a toll on you. And for you to have made the effort to come here, I know definitely is something that's weighing on you. So I'm really glad you came out here. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the relationship between you and your ex-wife.
Right.
Do you recall a time before that where things weren't like this with you guys?
So when my daughter was born, we were already kind of struggling, and I think that we tried to make it work for those 3 years, but towards the end, it was just really, I think neither one of us were willing. But I moved out, and she told me she wanted a divorce, so I basically told her, next time you say that, I'm going to move out. So the next time she said it, I actually did move out. I didn't feel like I was wanted there, and really ever since then, I feel like it's been a lot of retaliation. And so to answer your question, I guess no, it hasn't been. I mean, I guess it's been somewhat. Just for the sake of our daughter, it's been my daughter's name is Lily. I guess for her sake, it's been somewhat cordial, but she does little things that are. It's obvious to me it's intentional. She's trying to get under my. And this is just the last, latest thing. There's been other things too that she's done, but so I guess I'm not sure that answers your question, but.
No, it does answer my question, and the reason that I asked that was just to get an idea of how your relationship has been with her throughout the course of the time that you've been together, and so that helps me understand a little bit better. And I love the fact that you and her are trying to be cordial, at least in front of Lily. Right? That's her name. Yeah. Beautiful name.
Thank you.
I think it's really important that you guys continue to do that for her sake, to protect her, and so I think that's great. When you say that she has lawyers, I think you said?
Right.
You
She
mentioned
got an
something
attorney.
about her getting an attorney.
Yeah, right.
Is that for a specific situation that happened that she's...
So in our divorce agreement, it was 50-50 custody, and she's basically, she's just saying that I'm an unfit parent financially. I don't have the means to provide for my daughter, and that not only is she trying to get full custody, but she's also wanting support. So it's like, I don't know legally what she can and can't do. Like I said, I don't have an attorney, and it's just it's just a lot of worry. At the end of the day, for me, I'm just worrying. I love my daughter. She's like my world. So it's like the thought of someone trying to take that away from me, and I've even asked her, like, why would you do this? Why would you use our daughter as like a means to get back on me? She says it's not the case, but I'm a good father, and I take care of my daughter, and I pick her up from school when she asks me to help out, and she's going to be late because of this or that. I spend extra time, so I'm not really sure what I can and can't do as far as all that stuff goes, but legally, so I guess it's my fear is that I'll lose that time with my daughter, which to me is like the most important thing for me on this earth, more than probably anything.
That's great to hear. That's really great to hear. So I just wanted to ask you a question and kind of touch base on this. And so, what do you think defines like an unfit parent? A parent who's when you say that, what to you is that?
So to me, I think of abuse. I think of neglect. I think of a child's safety being jeopardized, and putting children in situations that they shouldn't be exposed to, adult type stuff. So those are primarily the things that I think about, when I hear that, which I'm not doing any of that. So.
Okay. And so when I hear you saying that you're not doing it, so I hear you giving me a really good definition of what an unfit father is, and then I really want you to reflect and think about all of those things that you just said to me about an unfit father, and reflect on yourself and see if those things are true of you. And because it sounds to me like they're not true, but it sounds like you're battling with that. And so, what do you think you fall into those categories that you just mentioned?
I think that I will say the one thing that I probably do is I beat myself up about the fact that that me and her mom did separate, and I know that there's some things that cause children to grow up in a home where both parents aren't in the same home. It's not as beneficial at times because they're going back and forth, and they're so I just feel guilty a lot of times that I wasn't able to kind of hold everything together for my daughter, because I would do anything for her, and I would have stayed in that marriage, for my daughter's sake, you know what I mean? But it was like, she kept telling me she wanted a divorce, and finally I just said that, if you don't want me here, I'll go, so I guess, I do kind of beat myself up over the fact that I wasn't able to hold it together for her sake, and I would have been willing to do that, but it is what it is also. So I don't think that I see myself as unfit necessarily,
Yeah, I hear you saying that. I'm sorry, I have something in my eye.
That's okay.
I hear you saying that you feel guilt over this. If you don't mind me asking, were you raised in a home with both parents?
I was.
Okay.
And I guess I saw my parents fight and struggle, and they stayed together. So to me, that's what you fight for. And if even if things aren't good, we tried therapy, we tried couples counseling at the church we were at, and nothing we tried seemed to work. And we went to a couple different people, and it was just so but I still wasn't like I said. I guess my parents, they're still married. So
wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So you look at them, you admire them, you wanted to model that for your own child.
Well, that's the other side of it, I guess. Sometimes I think about my parents fighting and how I felt. And I do kind of go back and forth with maybe it's the better thing, and I don't know if that's my way of just making myself feel better, or, by saying maybe it is better we separated so that my daughter wasn't going to grow up in that, but at the end of the day, it's whatever it is, it's.
You can get your phone, no worries.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Should have turned that off. But sometimes I think I tell myself that us being separated is better for my daughter, than her growing up in the middle of us fighting all the time.
That's a really great way to look at it too. I mean, you can reflect back on your childhood and see how your parents fighting maybe affected you when you made a different choice for her. But you made the choice that you thought was best for you guys. And so as a family, what was going to be best for you guys and what was going to be best for Lily, right? That's your daughter's name, right? And so I think that it's really important that you reflect back on that. You're always doing what's best for Lily. And so I know you came in with some of that anxiety and some of that frustration and some of that fear of what could be, but what is right now? You have your daughter with you?
Yeah, she's with me half the time right now. That's I think that's good. I think that's good, solid for me to think about. Is I think I can get up in my head and worry about what's going to happen here and there, but the reality is right now everything is okay, and I lose sight of that a lot of times. So it's good that you pointed that out.
I hear you being hard on yourself. I hear you wanting this almost like perfection from yourself.
Yeah.
Not just
pretty bad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think that maybe you might be projecting this out even in this situation?
Well, I mean, I think I have a high standard for my daughter. I think I want her to have the best. I want her to have the best mother and the best father. And so, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, so,
we were talking about how your standards are very high of what you expect from you and how you want her to have the best of everything, the best mother and the best father. And so, when you think of somebody who's the best father, what do you think about? Maybe list them out like job duties.
Yeah,
job duties of the best.
I think if I'm doing my job as a father, my daughter will know she's loved. She'll know she's cared for. All her basic needs are met. Her security, her shelter, her food. But beyond that, she'll get the sense of love and importantness. That her life is important and that she's significant. She means something and that she's loved.
And that's wonderful. And so. Now I want you to think about your daughter's life, and I want you to think about her having shelter and her having basic needs met and her having love and her having affection. And are those needs being met for her?
Yeah, I think they are being met. Not only with me, but also with her mother. So it's like I just really have a hard time with God. I just really. Her mom just really, I just don't understand why she would drag her own daughter through this. If it's resentment or anger at me, then, and I try to point that out to her. But I do believe my daughter's getting everything she needs, but I also think that she's a victim of what's going on here between me and her mom, that she's, she didn't ask for any of this, so it's like she's 6,
Okay. Yeah, I think it's fair. Everything that you're saying is completely understandable, and I have a little bit of homework for you for our next session. And so I want you to take a few minutes this week and I know it's hard. I know we're crazy with our lives. It's very hectic, but I think it's really important for you to sit down and write down all of the things that you do for Lily.
Okay.
Basic stuff, nothing. Just all the stuff you do. Picked her up from school.
Right.
Fed her dinner. Made sure she had her shower. Read her a book.
Right.
We went to church. Whatever it is that you do with Lily, just write it down. All the things that you do with her. And then for our next session, I just want to see all the stuff that you do with Lily.
I think I can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. If there's anything from then to now, let me know how your schedule looks so that we can arrange it. Okay?
So, I mean, really, just coming in here and talking about it, I already feel better. So maybe sometimes, I don't know if that helps, but for me personally, I appreciate it.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad.
And just carry this stuff around so it feels better. So I appreciate it.
Great.
All right.
It was so nice to meet you, Nick.
Yeah, I'll see you next time. Right?
Yes.
All right,
next week. Don't forget your homework.
I won't. I'll bring it.